During this video, we're going to look at dividing fractions. So now we're going to look at a fraction with division. So we've got 5 over 4 divided by a quarter. So I'm going to explain this on a number line. So let's say we started at 0. Here's my number line. That point is 1 and 2 is there. Now I'm going to divide each section up into 4. Okay, now the reason I've done that, 1, 2, 3, 4, is because we're dealing with a quarter. Okay, so 5 over 4, 1 over 4, 2 over 4, 3 over 4, 4 over 4, 5 over 4 would be right here. So 5 over 4 fits in there. Now we want to see how many quarters fit into 5 over 4. So remembering each one of these is worth a quarter. So there we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 quarters. So therefore the answer to 5 over 4 divided by a quarter is going to be 5. Another way that I can look at that, so if I go 5 over 4, I write my original fraction. Now I'm going to write a multiplication instead of the division. I'm going to take the reciprocal of a quarter, and what that means is I'm just flipping the fraction. Now I can look to cross simplify like I would when I multiply fractions, and these two 4s I can simplify to 1, and when I multiply out now it's going to be 5 multiplied by 1, which will give me 5 over 1 multiplied by 1, which is just 1. So simplifying that, my answer is 5, which is the same as before. So when we're dividing fractions from now on, what I'd like you to do is use this technique where we change a division to a multiplication. We take the reciprocal of our original second fraction, which means just to flip it, then we multiply out, simplifying first. So there's two questions here now. What I want you to do is to pause the video and try these two problems, remembering we change the division sign to a multiplication and we flip the fraction. Okay, so I'll rewrite that. Half multiplied by, flip the fraction, 10 over 4. And I'm going to look to simplify. The 2 and the 10, 2 goes into 10 5 times, into itself once. So now I'm looking at 1 over 1 multiplied by 5 over 4. So when I simplify that, that'll give me an answer of 5 over 4, or 1 and a quarter. So following the same process again, the second fraction, second question, 3 over 4, the division sign changes to a multiplication, I flip the fraction. Okay, I can't cross simplify here, so what I'm going to do, multiply the numerators together, that'll give me 15 over 4, or that's going to be 3 3/4. So just repeating the process, when you're given a fraction with a division, what you need to do, we change the division sign to a multiplication, and the second fraction we flip. Then we can just go and multiply the fractions together as we usually would. Okay, so now we have a challenge problem. So what I want you to do is to pause the video again, and attempt to solve this problem where we have mixed numerals. So we have 5 and 1/6 divided by 7 1/4. So pause the video and try and solve that problem. Okay, so looking at this problem, what we need to try and do first is turn both fractions into improper fractions. So 5 and 1/6, to do that, I go the whole number, multiply by the denominator, which will give me 30 plus the numerator. So 31 over 6 divided by whole number multiplied by the denominator, which is 28, plus the numerator, which is 29 over 4. Now that we've done that, what we need to do, change the division to a multiplication, take the reciprocal, so we flip the second fraction, so that's going to look like 4 over 29. And then we try and simplify. 6 and 4, 2 goes into both of those. So 6 divided by 2 gives me 3. 4 divided by 2 gives me 2. Look at 31 and 29. I can't simplify that way. So I'm just going to multiply my numerators together. So 31 multiplied by 2 will give me 62 over 3 multiplied by 29, and that'll give me 87. And that will be my answer to that problem, as I wasn't able to simplify any further in the question.